Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, where today we will discuss the best, slimmest phone on the market. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. Oh, by the way, links to all the featured products are given in the description below. Do check it out. A traditional design is reimagined with the Razr smartphone of Motorola. The old school cool of the Razr flip phone is back with a twist. When opened, the old screen keypad combination is substituted with a single folding 6.2-inch OLED display, wearing a 2142 by 876 resolution of cinematic 21:9 aspect ratio. It fills both sides of the phone, providing you ample real estate for streaming videos and mobile gaming. When closed, the outside now highlights a second touchscreen display. The 2.7-inch quick view display has a 4:3 aspect ratio and allows you to use the phone without flipping it open. View notifications, time, date, respond to texts, utilize navigation, manage music, and more. Those who appreciate mobile photography and taking videos will experience a singular camera on each side of the phone. When flipped open, the outer camera uses quad-pixel technology to produce stills at up to 48-megapixel resolution. It also includes OIS, optical image stabilization, to help keep all of your shots sharp and focused. You can record videos up to 4K UHD resolution. The inner camera also utilizes quad-pixel technology for catching selfies at up to 20-megapixel resolution. When shooting in low light, both cameras can take benefit of the LED flash to lighten up the scene. The new iPhone SE is more extensive than its ancestor. Sorry, small phone fans, and retains everything from the iPhone 8, except for the mighty A13 Bionic chipset. It measures 5.45 by 2.65 by 0.29 inches and weighs 5.22 ounces, which is scantier and narrower than the Google Pixel 3a, but about the same weight. It bears a 4.7 inches screen with an IPS LED display that offers a screen resolution of 750 by 1344 pixels that provide the screen with a density of 327 ppi. Coming to its optical department, the device gets a simple primary setup with a 12-megapixel lens, supporting up to 5 times digital zoom and offering wide-angle photography. There is a 7-megapixel front lens accompanied by Retina flash that can click crisp and clear selfies. It also helps users with high-resolution video calling. This smartphone is powered by an Apple A13 Bionic chipset that holds a 2.65 GHz Hexa-core processor to provide flawless performance. It is accompanied by 3 GB of RAM and a 4-core Apple GPU to take care of the multitasking and graphical requirements. Plus, it is powered by a 1821 mAh Li-ion battery that supports fast charging technology, and it also highlights wireless charging functionality. The Moto Z3 Play is a mid-range smartphone with the unique trick that's been inherited all down the Moto Z family line. Moto mods that can transform the phone into a Pico projector, 10x zoom camera, loudspeaker, and so on. It offers lots in the way of mid-range performance, an expansive 6-inch display without a notch, and as lovely a design as we've seen from Motorola in recent years. With Moto mods, it even gains functionality, which just isn't seen on other smartphones. Its camera isn't a strong selling point for the smartphone. Though it's a dual sensor system, the secondary camera is just 5 megapixels and dedicated to sensing depth. The primary lens is 12 megapixels and shoots okay, but not astonishing photos, with noise often being readily apparent. It sports an approximately borderless, edge-to-edge, 6-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display. With OLED technology, your streaming videos and games will pop with more bright colors and deep rich blacks. The screen also owns a max vision 18:9 aspect ratio that reduces scrolling, letting you see more of your apps and web pages at once. The Moto Z3 Play might not be the cheapest or best mid-range smartphone out there. If carrier freedom isn't a matter, we'd still likely recommend the killer on a budget Asus Zenfone 5. But the Moto Z3 Play brings lots of performance, an up-to-date Android OS, and the Z family's signature modularity, all at a fair value. Though it's in the name, the Huawei P20 Lite does not share a great resemblance to the Huawei P20 or the even stronger P20 Pro, which has 3 rear cameras on the rear. It's very much its own beast, and a royal one at that. The P20 Lite has a big ol' 5.84-inch, 2280 by 1080 pixel display. It's slim on the bezel, like most premium smartphones today, with just enough to pack a notch up top and a Huawei logo below the screen. The phone comes packed with responsive facial recognition, which is a smart touch for a reasonable device. Though keep in mind that face unlocking is more comfortable than it is secure. For instance, you won't be able to use this to validate mobile payments, unlike the fingerprint reader on the back. Notwithstanding its small size, the Huawei P20 Lite manages to pack in a 5.84-inch display, gratitude to the whole edge-to-edge approach. This shows itself in a somewhat unorthodox 19:9 aspect ratio. It carries a 3000 mAh battery, which is about average for a phone of this spec. It's the same as the similarly equipped Honor 9 Lite, with predictably comparable results. This indicates that Lite users will be able to get surprisingly far into the second day of usage before feeling the pinch, while average users won't require to sweat about running out of juice between bedtimes. The Huawei P20 Lite provides a little iPhone X design magic at a third of the price, but with restricted notch compatibility and subpar performance, it somehow manages to feel a little expensive. How did they make it that small? That's the first question that comes to our mind when we use the iPhone 12 mini. It flaunts a 5.4-inch IPS LCD with a screen resolution of 750 by 1334 pixels and a pixel density of 283 ppi. This smartphone has a dual camera setup on its rear side, featuring a 12-megapixel primary lens and another 12-megapixel ultra-wide-angle lens. The wide variety of features offered by the rear camera setup includes phase detection autofocus, quad LED true tone flash, touch to focus, etc. There is a 7-megapixel selfie shooter on the front, equipped with Retina flash. It functions on a Hexa-core processor setup comprising dual-core Firestorm and quad-core Ice Storm, running at a clock speed of 2.65 GHz and 1.8 GHz. Additionally, it is powered by an Apple A13 Bionic chipset and 3 GB of RAM, facilitating a seamless multitasking experience. Further, this device derives its power from a 1821 mAh Li-ion type non-replaceable battery, equipped with fast charging and wireless charging technology. Get serious about your mobile photography with the P30 Lite smartphone of Huawei. This smartphone highlights a triple camera array on the rear, including 24-megapixel wide-angle and 8-megapixel ultra-wide cameras, and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. Catch high-res photos, smooth bokeh-rich portraits, and sprawling panoramic vistas. On the front, your high-res abilities continue with a 32-megapixel selfie cam. Both sides of the phone also support HDR picture capture for enhanced dynamic range and luminosity. At 6.15 inches, the phone's screen is approximately the same size as that of the vanilla P30, and it wears roughly the exact Full HD Plus resolution. It doesn't pack AM OLED screen tech, though, with an LTPS LCD panel taking center stage. Operating on Android 9, this is as up-to-date as we could hope for, with Huawei's Skin EMUI 9 over the top. This means communication is all about gestures, similar to those proposed on the iPhone X, and there are customizations aplenty if you prefer a deep dive into the settings. The Huawei P30 Lite's battery is adequate, but it isn't extraordinary. At 3,340 mAh, its capacity is around what we'd anticipate from a phone with a medium-sized screen and mid-range power demands. It looks stunning, has a decent screen, and the camera is handy too. With middling power though, and good but not great battery life, all combined with a lofty price tag, it isn't quite a no-brainer.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, then hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you loved it. Take a moment to hit the bell icon so you'll get notified of all our new latest uploads.